yeah, okay, we're talking about finance now, right? Dollar cost average. Yeah, Roger, but that only works if you're young. I only got so many years left. Um, but what was I going to say? Investments. What was I going to say? Roger, I blame you. I was about to say something really amazing. Yeah, dollar cost average, depending when you start. Do the math on dollar cost averaging from 1922 to 1942. Guess what? You won't be in the green. In fact, I think I did that once. Of someone dollar cost averaging up and before the crash of the 1930s. And I don't think they would actually live long enough to get their money back. Interest rates, yeah, I was going to talk about interest. Yes, thank you, Darkin. Darkin, you know what? You earned this. Drum roll. I'm making Darkin a moderator. He deserves it. Interest rates. If you want to know the future of the United States, keep an eye on one thing. It's related to interest rates, but more specifically, type in Google monthly Treasury report. Every month, the United States government has to publish a budget or what's happened, how much money came in, how much money gone out. All you have to do is focus on one thing. The line on the right, in fact, I can bring it up. I'm giving you a marker on when to panic. Because we all like to panic, right? We're human. We love to go by at car accidents and see, who's all bloodied up. Well, that's the same as looking at the monthly Treasury report. Some of you already do this, I bet. Because, PineCreek watchers are very smart. Smartest subscribers in the world. Why? Get in there. It won't. Make it bigger. Oh. Let's go over here. This is so much fun. So this is the United States for May, 1 month. Both monthly and cumulative. The cumulative is down here, right? Yeah. What I like to keep my eye on is one thing right here. Net interest paid. Not interest rate, but the amount of money paid. You look at years prior, I'm not going to bother bringing this up, but this number has always hovered around 30, 32, maybe 34 billion a month paid on interest. I bet you if you go back just 1 year, you'll see it's in the 30s. Now it's at 56. And as interest rates rise, this number is going to rise not linearly, but exponentially. And pretty soon, probably by next month, this 56 is going to be bigger than the national defense. There's going to be more money spent on interest payments than the defense budget. And probably by the end of this year, there's going to be more money spent on interest than defense and income security, not combined, but. And maybe, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but maybe 2 years, 3 years from now, there's going to be more money spent on interest payments than health and Social Security. This happened in Canada in the 80s, and they had to implement the general sales tax to get control of it. But when the interest payment exceeds some big line tickets like health, income security, national defense, the country is in big, big trouble. This is why debt matters, by the way. This is why some liberal economists, in my view, are wrong. That you can just keep pumping money into the system without unintended consequences. Well, of course, inflation is one of the consequences, but interest payment on the debt is huge. At some point, like a lot of people think that the reason why we came out of the '01 bubble, tech bubble, was because of George W. Bush. No, had nothing to do with them. People think that we came out of the '07, '08 housing bubble because of, was it Obama? No, had nothing to do with them. People think we came out of the COVID crisis because of Trump and now Biden. No, has nothing to do with them. It's all Federal Reserve pumping money into the system. Crash of '01 was due to the Y2K scare, money pumped into the system by the Federal Reserve, housing market, bailouts, COVID, bailouts, money pumped into the system. The chickens always come home to roost. Yes, Jeff, I lean your way too, Jeff Goldblum. Hey, Jeff Goldblum, good to see you here. I love your acting work. Did I show it? I showed this, right? Yeah, that came up. Who is U.S. paying interest to? I think 80% is to basically pension funds and old people. But I think, is it 20% to foreign nationals? But the point is, it's very conceivable that at some point in the future, that there will be a default. Maybe not an outright default, but like, let's say you bought $1,000 bond and you get back only 800. When that happens, I tell you, the crap is going to hit the fan. That means there's no more Federal Reserve bailouts anymore. There's no more interest rates. Basically, if you don't have cash, you're screwed. Because you can't borrow it. Because interest rates will be sky high. Why is the raising of interest rates payments a problem? Wadabaka, were you not paying attention? When you raise interest rates, the net interest goes up. When the net interest goes up, you have less money for these other things. Unless you borrow to pay for these things, which is what a Ponzi scheme is, which is what the US government's doing. And then the net interest keeps on going up and up. And then the people who are actually doing the lending with the cash, whether it's other countries or pension funds or whatever, they're going to say, you know what, there's a chance it's going to default. So I'm not going to lend you any more money unless you give me extreme interest rates. And then it just is a vicious cycle. It's a what do you call it? A self-promoting feedback loop.